When I first went natural during the awkward stages of middle school, I didn't feel liberated. I felt lost. I had no clue what to do with my hair, how to style it, or even what it was supposed to look like. I remember staring into the mirror at the tangled, unfamiliar texture and asking myself, am I doing this right? In a world where beauty often meant straight hair, sleek edges, and tame curls, I felt like I was failing. But then I was introduced to this, and it changed my life. It wasn't just about grooming, it was about reclaiming something I hadn't even known I lost. A connection to my roots, both cultural and literal. This humble tool gave me control, it gave me shape, it gave me pride. My name is Sydney, and today I want to take you on a journey, not just through Black hair, but through Black history, through artistry, resistance, resilience, and yes, a little bit of hair. Before it was in beauty supply stores, before it was tucked into back pockets at protests, the Afro pick had already been thriving for thousands of years. Archaeologists have discovered early versions of this comb in ancient Egypt and Sudan, dating as far back as 3500 BCE. These weren't just tools for detangling, they were carved from ivory, bone, and wood. They were ceremonial, symbolic, and sacred. Some were buried with their owners because hair was never just hair. It was identity, it was social status, and it was spiritual. And so the pick was born, not out of vanity, but out of reverence. But with colonization came erasure. Throughout the 1800s, as missionaries and colonial administrators spread across Africa, they didn't just take land, they took culture. Afro combs were collected, traded, and in many cases stolen. They ended up in private collections and in European museums, stripped of their context and displayed like exotic oddities. Today, some of those combs are finally being recognized for what they always were, masterpieces. But the process of returning stolen artifacts, let's just say, it's moving slower than shrinkage on wash day. Now, let's jump ahead to the 1960s and 70s. America in turmoil and Black communities saying, enough. The Afro becomes a symbol of protest, and the pick, it becomes the torch. With its raised fist handle, the Afro pick aligned perfectly with the Black Power movement, declaring loud and clear, I am not assimilating, I am not apologizing, I'm here. Hair, something once deemed unprofessional or unkept, became a powerful act of resistance. The pick wasn't just combing curls, it was elevating a movement. And yet, this symbol of strength often made people uncomfortable. Angela Davis once shared that Black women were stopped and harassed by police simply for looking like her. That's how radical it was to wear your natural hair with pride. Here's a plot twist. The raised fist pick we know today was actually designed in 1972 by a white Italian-American man named Anthony Romani after the client, Marvin Waldman, asked for a hair rake. Romani wanted to honor the civil rights movement and created a comb with a clenched fist as the handle. Originally called the cake cutter, it was mass-produced and eventually became a staple in Black households everywhere. Sometimes allyship looks like creating tools and getting out of the way. Today, the pick still sparks controversy. Black children are still being punished in schools for wearing afros or locks. Black adults are still being denied jobs for wearing braids or twists. 45% of Black girls experience hair discrimination by the age of 12. But laws like the Crown Act aim to protect our right to wear our natural hair without fear of punishment or prejudice. Because, let's be honest, when you're told your natural state isn't professional, what you're really being told is that your Blackness isn't welcome. And yet, we persist. One curl, one twist, and one pick at a time. So, why do we still use the Afro pick today? Because it works, yes, but also because it carries stories, it carries pride, it holds generations in its teeth. The Afro pick is a tool, but it's also a symbol, a self-expression, of community, and of freedom. So, the next time you see an Afro pick, whether it's in someone's back pocket, sitting on a bathroom sink, or tucked into the crown of a glorious afro. Remember, it's not just grooming, it's legacy. It's not just styling, it's storytelling. And it's not just hair, it's history. And every time we use it, we lift more than just strands. We lift ourselves.